The ocean is not just deep, it's unpredictable. Covering over 71% of Earth's surface, it holds more than 97% of all water on the planet. And yet, we have explored less than 20% of it. In a single moment, it can turn into fire. In another, it can crush steel like paper, and sometimes it becomes a hunting ground. These are not myths, not legends. These are real events, documented, recorded, and survived. December 20th, 1987. The passenger ferry MV Doña Paz departed from Tacloban City in the Philippines, heading toward Manila. The ship was officially rated to carry 1,518 passengers. But that night, it was dangerously overloaded. Investigations later revealed there were over 4,000 people on board. That's nearly 3 times its legal capacity. Many passengers were never listed. Tickets were sold unofficially. Children, entire families, were never recorded in any manifest. Inside the ship, no proper safety briefing, no emergency drills, no visible crew coordination. In fact, most passengers didn't even know where the life jackets were stored. And many of them were locked away in storage rooms. At approximately 10:30 p.m., in the dark waters of the Tablas Strait, the ferry collided with an oil tanker, MT Vector. The tanker was carrying 8,800 barrels of gasoline and petroleum products. That's over 1.4 million liters of fuel. Even worse, the tanker was operating illegally. It had no qualified captain on board, no proper license, and critical safety violations. The moment the ships collided, metal tore through metal, fuel tanks ruptured, and within seconds, a massive explosion ignited. Fire spread instantly across the surface of the ocean. Fuel leaked and formed a burning layer over the water. Witnesses described it as a sea of flames stretching endlessly into the dark. The temperature of burning gasoline can exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius, 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit. There was no escape. Passengers rushed to the deck. Panic spread faster than the fire. Some jumped into the ocean, hoping to escape the flames. But the moment they hit the water, they realized the truth. The ocean was on fire. Survivors later reported, the water itself was burning our skin. People were trapped between 2 choices: burn or drown. No emergency lighting. Power failed almost instantly. No coordinated evacuation. Lifeboats either destroyed or unusable. Many passengers were trapped below deck. Others suffocated in smoke before the flames reached them. Entire families disappeared without a trace. Out of more than 4,000 people, only 26 survived. Estimated deaths: 4,386 people. This makes the Doña Paz disaster the deadliest peacetime maritime disaster in history. More deadly than the Titanic. Fire is fast. It gives you seconds. But some disasters are slower and far more terrifying. April 10th, 1963. The nuclear submarine USS Thresher was conducting deep diving tests in the Atlantic Ocean. On board were 129 people, 96 sailors, 33 engineers, and technicians. This submarine represented the cutting edge of Cold War technology. It could dive deeper and operate quieter than any submarine before it. But it had one fatal weakness: a small flaw in a silver-braced pipe joint. At a depth of around 400 meters, 1,300 feet, a seawater pipe suddenly ruptured. High-pressure water sprayed into the engine room. Salt water contacted electrical systems. Short circuits began. The nuclear reactor automatically shut down. Without power, the submarine lost propulsion. The Thresher began to sink, slowly at first, then faster, passing its test depth, then beyond its crush depth safety margin inside the submarine. The crew knew exactly what was happening. They attempted an emergency ballast blow, releasing compressed air to force water out of the tanks. But moisture in the air lines froze. Ice blocked the system. The submarine could not surface. At extreme depths, pressure reaches over 400 atmospheres. That's more than 6,000 pounds per square inch, enough to collapse steel instantly. Then, at approximately 730 meters depth, it happened. A catastrophic implosion. The hull collapsed inward in less than 0.1 seconds, faster than the human brain can process pain. No suffering, no escape, only instant destruction. When the wreckage was discovered, it was scattered across the ocean floor over an area of 134,000 square meters. Thousands of fragments, twisted steel, destroyed compartments. All 129 crew members were lost. This disaster led to the creation of the SubSafe program, a system that has since prevented every similar submarine failure in the U.S. Navy. Some died instantly, but others survived, and that was their worst mistake. July 30th, 1945. The heavy cruiser USS Indianapolis had just completed a top-secret mission. It delivered key components of the atomic bomb Little Boy to the island of Tinian. Mission complete. But on the return journey, it was sailing alone. No escort, no detection systems, and no zigzag pattern to avoid submarines. At 0:15 a.m., a Japanese submarine, I-58, spotted the ship. It fired 6 torpedoes. 2 hit their target. Fuel tanks exploded. The ship lost power instantly, and within 12 minutes, it sank. Approximately 900 men entered the water, alive. No distress signal was properly received. No rescue was dispatched. For 4 days, they drifted in the open ocean. Conditions were brutal. No food, no fresh water, constant exposure to salt, daytime temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, nighttime hypothermia. Men began hallucinating. Some drank seawater, leading to dehydration, madness, and death. Others turned on each other. Then came the sharks, primarily oceanic white-tip sharks, one of the most aggressive open ocean predators. At first, they circled. Then, they attacked. Men were pulled under without warning. Blood spread through the water, attracting more sharks. The attacks continued for days. Survivors later said, you could hear them screaming, then silence. Out of approximately 900 survivors in the water, only 316 were rescued. Nearly 600 men died after surviving the sinking. This remains the largest shark attack event in history. These stories are not fiction. They are real, documented, proven. They remind us that the ocean is not just beautiful. It is powerful, unforgiving. And sometimes, it becomes a place where survival is worse than death. And these aren't the only disasters the ocean has claimed. Subscribe now for part 2.